New from Eureka Classics and part of their Beasts Unleashed set is The Beast with a Million Eyes. And this has so much promise, and even when you look at the artwork, look at that. It offers so much more, and it sounds like a great giant monster movie. Sounds like a creature feature with an unforgettable beast at the heart of it. It sounds like drive-in madness, something enormous staring down at humanity. But the film's much more modest than that. This is an incredibly low-budget 1950s sci-fi horror about isolation, family tension, alien influence. So the title might sell you a monster, but the film is definitely more about paranoia than that.
From millions of light years away, I approach your planet. Soon my spaceship lands on Earth. I need your world.
Surprisingly, the film centres around a struggling family on an isolated ranch in the desert. They're already unhappy before the film starts. There's frustration within the marriage. You can see it in the wife. She feels really stuck in the rut here. There is resentment within the home. The father is struggling to make this business work, and there's a daughter who feels trapped, who wants to move away and expand her horizons. So there's this kind of sense of loneliness and emotional pressure before anything strange happens. Now, I was really interested in this because it felt as if there was more than just cookie cutter characters here, but we're actually trying to put a bit of heart and a bit of emotion, a bit of drama into this before the chaos would be unleashed.
She's your daughter. Do you hate your own daughter?
Sometimes when I see her, so young and pretty, with all the best years ahead of her, the years I missed, yes, sometimes I think I do hate her.
Something falls from the sky. An alien presence arrives and soon starts to inhabit the animals, controlling them and forcing crazy things to happen. And it's where the kind of title comes from. The fact that this creature can inhabit other bodies and have a million different eyes through different things. The film never delivers on that title. It's not a wall-to-wall monster action. It's not packed with creature effects. There's none. And if you're waiting for some amazing physical beast or typical horror, you're not going to get it. This is very much a product of its budget, and you can tell that there is not a lot there. Because it can't give you a huge monster, it has to make ordinary things unsettling, whether it be a dog, a bird, a cow, an empty desert. It's not big spectacle, but it does have that kind of odd feeling about it. I was surprised with the family drama at the start of the film, but I ultimately seen why it was there, because we need more than the nothingness that's happening outside. And we have a family who feels bitter and down, and there's so much going on. We need that because everything else is bland and banal around it. The desert setting really helps add to that. It feels like we're in a barren wasteland. It feels like there's nothing there other than despair, because there is nothing there. Really, the alien idea is better than the film's resources allow it to be. The idea of a hostile intelligence using animals and as its weapons is genuinely creepy, and it could make a really effective film if it was just a little bit more carefully handled. I wanted to like this more than I actually did. You know, I liked the oddness. I liked the strange little identity that the film has. I liked the family drama at the heart of a sci-fi horror movie, but the budget is tiny, like super low, and the pacing is slow, and the monster promise is much bigger than anything they could possibly deliver. So temper your expectations. Temper them a hell of a lot. I was a little bit disappointed by this one. It was fine, but really nothing more than that, and it's one of those ones that I appreciate seeing and having on disc rather than ever having the urge to rush back and check it out again. Let's dive into the disc, have a look at the extras. Here we are in the disc for Beasts Unleashed. We have The Beast with a Million Eyes, the theatrical version, which runs for an hour, 17 minutes, 19 seconds. And we have the film with a prologue scene added for TV broadcasts, which basically tells you, it's like 50 seconds added onto the film, and it's the alien kind of basically saying what he's going to do. Whereas in the movie version, you don't find out until later on. They kind of tell you right at the start, and I think it takes away from the movie. We have Terror from Beyond the Stars, which is 22 minutes, 16 seconds, and it's talking all about science fiction monster movies, the evolution for them, where they came from, the various different bands of budget that created these films. And then the trailer. When Dinosaurs Ruled the Earth, an interview with Kim Newman on the use of dinosaurs within films and genre media. It's really kind of fun. It runs for 17 minutes 27 seconds, and it's just him talking about the evolution of these kind of films, how they capture the imagination, where they kind of sprung from, and the peak era of them. And that also has a trailer. Also included is a 24-page booklet that has a couple of essays in it. The Man with a Million Monsters, Paul Blaisdell, and The Beast with a Million Eyes by Christopher Stewardson. And then we have Welcome the Weird, The Beast of Hollow Mountain, and The Weird Western by Sean McGeady. And that's the extras for Beasts Unleashed. So there we have it. Beast with a Million Eyes never lived up to the hype. It was small, it was strange, it felt cheap, it felt as if they were stretching every limitation they possibly could, but their limitations were numerous and held the film back from being something better than it was. I would love to know your thoughts on this film, so let me know in the comment box below if you love it, if you thought it was fantastic, if you felt the film was really limited by its budget but it had good ideas. Let me know in the comment box below. As always, there is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff in the description box, or links to Patreon, membership program, and manvfilm.com, always in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.